Hello everybody, it's Rhonda here from Nelson Soapery. Today we are going to do a little video about me packing a wholesale order. Lots of people always say they quite enjoy watching that, so I thought, look, let's just get going. We do have quite a lot of these ones are all melts because I've had a sale on my site. As we all know, the financial year in Australia is almost coming to an end. It comes to the end at the end of this month. So I thought, look, let's just wrap all these up. I'll show you exactly how I send them up, and also, how my invoices sort of work, and so on. So let's get going. So now you can see the full order here. As you can see, it's quite a big order, and in each one of these are all quite different. So basically these ones are my wax melts that I used to sell, but what I've actually done now is I've really tried to step it out and be super professional. So now these are going to be my wax melts. They were going to look like that, and then on here is going to have a beautiful label that I'm getting custom made to go on the outside. So I'm still working on those ones, and once these ones have sold off, you will see. And I mean, I sold these off at a super cheap price, a couple dollars each, because I literally just wanted to move them. So sometimes it's not about making heaps of money, sometimes you may just get your costs back and move them on. And you'll see in many department stores, that's what they do. They actually, you might see something that's $20 and now it's down to $2. Well, clearly they're not really making money on the $2, but if you want to move things on, either you throw them out or, give them away, or sell them super cheap and get some sort of money back. So my suggestion is sell them really cheap to just sort of get some sort of money. So anyway, I'll talk about my process as we go along. But so inside here, this, obviously you can't see anyone's name. I've covered that up. But this is basically how it works on Shopify, and it will give you a list of every item that they have actually bought. And then next to it will say, 5 of 5 or 4 of 4. And that means they've ordered 4 of the same product. So if you can see it, I'm not sure whether you can just see it here inside my box here. So I do have a little box to the side. Now with the boxes, what I actually do is I use a product on the inside, which is a foam sheet. It comes in massive rolls. It's pretty cheap. It's 100% recycled materials in this foam, so that's why I really do love it. So as I said, let's just go down our list. And so what I do is I count all of these, I put them on the counter, I print out the packing sheet, then I recount again. Now the reason I do that is you want to be 100% sure, because if you do this wrong and then you've got to send one more thing, it actually costs you more money. So that's why, I'm all about just trying to do everything right, and make sure your back label is on as well. So this one here is called Sweetness and Bloom, and this is a really fun kind of vanilla funfair kind of one. So I'll show you what they look like. So that's what this one looks like, and she's ordered 5, and there is definitely 5 in there. So here on my sheet here, I'm just going to tick it off as I go along and pop it straight into the box. So that one is into the box. The next one they've done is Teddy Bear. This is my little grandson. His name is Teddy, and he's a little baby. He's only 9 months old, and basically I designed that on Teddy. So it smells of beautiful baby powder. Smells really lovely. Now they've ordered 5 of these. So I have counted 5. And they're in there. I will show you the box and everything what I do after that as well. We will tick this one off. Now they've ordered 3 orange patchouli. I think I only had 3 left, and this is my orange patchouli. Now in the future, I'm not going to have all of these pictures. Now I'm going to talk about this a little bit. Now I designed all of these on Canva. Canva is amazing. You can use Canva images, but once you start selling commercial, you're not meant to use their images. So and sometimes even some texts that you may use on Canva, if you're selling commercial, which means what we're doing, wholesale, whatever, basically that means once you're starting to do that, you know, your text, sometimes you need to actually pay for a bit of a license on it. So you do need to check up that. And the best way to check it up, if on Canva it says, for instance, we'll just pretend it says railway heavy, which is one of the texts, just Google that, just say, is railway heavy a free text? And it will say, no, it's owned by this company, or yes, it is. And then you'll know. So that's what's super important. We've got 3 of those, haven't we? So we'll tick that one off. Now, French pear. I'm pretty sure I didn't have much of that. I've only got 3 French pears. So this is my French pear. French pear is always popular, honestly. It does not matter, you know, where you get it. Everyone loves French pear. Now, I'm just making sure I'm putting them tightly into the box behind me as well. Now, we do have pink champagne. I know there's only 4. Now, this basically, this is my name for it. And I just realized one does not have a thing, so I'm going to have to set these ones aside. I'll have to print out another label for the back of that one, which is a little bit annoying, isn't it? So I won't put that one in yet. And this is why you check it a few times, everybody. Super, super important. The next one is Blueberry Farm. This has a really gorgeous scent. A part of this scent, if you're looking for a scent like this, it's called Blueberry Cobbler. That is actually the name of the fragrance for this one, but I do usually put like a strawberry or something with it because I always mix a few of mine. But that's been a very popular scent for me. I won't be doing blueberry coming forward because I'm just bringing in lots of new ones. But we know that that one is in there, don't we? So we will tick that one off. Count Me In. Now, this is a red rose one that I actually did, which is this one. And this was more like a Halloween one. And I will tell you, anytime you do with Halloween pictures or anything, I'm going to be really honest, they don't sell very well. Seriously, they don't. As much as we all think they look gorgeous, it's a big hard sell. So that's what they look like. But you know, and then once Halloween's over or something, it's very hard. And especially in Australia, where we really don't celebrate Halloween. You know, I mean, it's a little celebration, but it's nothing major here. So that's what I mean. It's pretty hard to sell that one. So anyway, but we've done that one here. And like I said, you know, one thing I just want to tell everyone as well, there's nothing wrong if you start doing all of this and then you realize, hey, something's not selling. If it's not selling, you need to remove it from your line. Don't just sit there twiddling your fingers thinking, oh, maybe next week, maybe next month it will sell. If it doesn't sell, if it's not strong for you, you need to move it on. You know, and wax melts, there's not a lot of money in it, really, unless you're selling huge amounts. And as many of you know, I really haven't done many festivals and things like that. I don't do markets anymore as well. It was just, I was always very stressed, to be really honest, with markets. So I actually stopped doing markets, but I will be doing some festivals and some events, some, you know, big expos, that kind of thing. Anyway, this one is Mandarin Kiss, and there is 5 of those. And this box that I'm using, it fits perfectly in that, which is very good, isn't it? So we will do that one there. So yeah, like I said, if something's not selling, don't sort of be, you know, don't hate on yourself. Just tell yourself, okay, this isn't working, you know, I've got to do something else. Boo You is the next one. This one is grape. I actually used grape bubblegum for the scent of that. Super fun. I really loved that scent. So we will pop that one in here as well. So let me just mark this one off. And as I said, if I didn't put these at a super big sale, they're just going to sit here. And as we all know, if you're using natural waxes, they don't last forever. They can, you know, they discolor. Sometimes they don't look as pretty. They can look quite matte and not very attractive. So to me, it's like just move them on, just sell them. I am going to be, I think, doing a cocoa soy blend wax, because I'm just feeling like that natural wax, lots of stores are saying the same, that they're really not wrapped with the natural wax because it does discolor. It doesn't look beautiful. I mean, it's okay for us to say it doesn't matter after burn one, because you know it's going to look a bit messy on top, but customers do, they go, oh, it looks ugly after I burnt it once, and then it doesn't look pretty in the jar. So sometimes those things matter, but it depends on your company. You need to ask yourself, do you want it to be all natural? Do you mind if it has, it may have a little paraffin, it may have a little petroleum. I mean, there's lots of different waxes that you would not know all these little things are in them. And even before I started doing candles, I would just pick a candle off the shelf. I never even looked at if it was natural or not. It didn't enter my mind as a consumer. It was, and I heard this the other week, that somebody was saying that as candle makers, we are much more fussy about thinking, is it all natural? Is it, is the fragrance, essential oil, or is it fragrance oil? Because even fragrance oils are not natural. So there's no good saying, well, I just want it all natural, because the minute you put, like I said, a fragrance oil in it, then it becomes not natural at all. So, and when I actually did some research a little while ago, and I think I actually put that out in my last video, I started looking at some really expensive brands. And you know what I was so surprised with? That they had paraffins in them. Some of them had petroleum base, like a small amount of it, because that makes kind of a creamy looking one as well. And I was actually really surprised. It honestly shocked me when I seen that, because I would have thought, having a candle that's up to $600 in cost, and believe me, there are candles that price. I was a little shocked. I mean, it was quite a big candle, but I was shocked when I still shocked when I seen that price. Anyway, yeah, and like I said, I just noticed straight away that all these other ones had different things in them, and that I wouldn't have thought an expensive candle would have. So that did honestly surprise me a little bit. So, like I said, just do what works for you, but you also have to think, if it's going to sit on the shelf in a shop, is it going to last? Are they going to be happy? Because they won't be happy if it, falls to pieces or doesn't look beautiful before it sells. Then no, they will not be impressed at all. So super important, everyone, to think of all of those things. Now, I have put my Barry's daughter one in there as well. And she also wanted this one, which is Patchouli Snow. So this one is, it has a mix of patchouli, also has a mix of violets, and it's just a really lovely one, to be really honest. Very sweet and very popular, that one. But, obviously I have some left, so how popular can they be? Because I've still got some lemon butter. This one is a huge seller for me. That's why I've only got a couple left. Because I had maybe 600 or more on the shelf of different ones, but obviously, I've kind of sold them ones off as I've gone along. Now, I do, like I said, have to just put one more thing on that, and I know that there is the other one, which I've just put that in. So this is what it's going to look like, everybody. I will get the camera closer in just a minute after I put the last label on these pink ones. So, and then basically once I've done this, I've ticked it all off, then I'll fold it up. I do put this inside the box as well, and I usually put one of my cards and a flyer. I'll show you that as well. And because they may come back, and this particular customer has bought several times from me. Alright, so I have got all of my parcel ready. So inside I usually give them one of my little postcards with just some writing on the back. And then another thing I also give them is one of these that I made up. And basically it's really good because it has all my details on the bottom. It talks a little bit about what we do. And of course, then basically that's it. I'm going to pop this inside with everything else that I've got, and we're going to seal this up and send it. But before we do that, I'm just going to give you a quick look inside the box so you can see exactly how I pack it, and I just make sure that it's looking super good. I put bits of foam pieces in it as well, or anything that I have around to try and recycle it. just so that, you know, it's not going to move around in the packaging. Anyway, let me show you what it looks like, and then we'll send this parcel out. So inside the box, this is basically how it's going to look. I packaged it up nice and tight in here, and then this is the foam that I told you about, and I've cut that in piece. I think it comes in about 45 centimeter width. And then with these, I'm basically just going to sit them kind of in here, do it nice and tight, and then I'll put a piece of cardboard on the top with everything else just to pack it in as tight as I can get it. So I hope you've enjoyed this video. If so, make sure you give me a thumbs up. It's always lovely to see your support on here, and hopefully I will see you on my next video. Bye friends.